So, choose your own adventure. That's what we're going to do each quarter. What does that mean, Miss Laborte? Choose your own adventure means that you are going to have the power of choice. Ooh, choice. Ooh. You might, if you were in my classroom in the spring when everything exploded, you might remember that we had some choice options that you were allowed to select to show learning each week. Now that we're going into the fall and we are here for a little bit longer in this remote learning option, we are going to still have choice, but it's going to be a little more structured and a little less meditate and be done. Not that I am going to say don't meditate, because that will also be an option. More to be said later. Ooh. Now, choice. Choose your own adventure. We are going to be working on 2 pieces of music this first quarter. One will be something musical theater related. Ooh. Hamilton. And then the other will be movie soundtrack theme score option related that we might have sneak previewed last spring, but then life happened. Yeah, you'll see more of it in week 2. So, and then last but not least, the third choice. There will be a third choice. Ooh, third choice is technique building and solo opportunity option. So, we all are going to record all of the excerpts. So, even if you're not doing this deep dive, choose your adventure into musical theater land, you're still going to learn the music for musical theater land. Even if you decide, I want to focus on solo and technique building, you're still going to learn the other music. So, yes, there's choice in that you do get to choose what you want to unpack deeper, but everyone is still going to be recording the same thing so that we have a legit full ensemble. Yay! What that might look like. So, the reason I chose Hamilton is one, it's super hip right now, and I am so all about it. But there's some really interesting things as far as musical theater goes, specifically related to Hamilton, with the history pieces, how it was composed, some of the more like cultural experience life things that are going on that I think are pretty relevant. So if you want to like dive deeper, that will be one of your options. With Hamilton, I will say that there is a parent permission form because it drops, well, it uses the F word, ooh, F word. But also because some of the content might be something that your parents might want to say yay or nay to beforehand. With movie soundtrack themed score, I am a huge movie theater soundtrack score buff. And so with that, I'm really excited to kind of talk about some of the compositional techniques and some of the things that make movie music so cool for Stringland in a deeper dive than we typically would get if we were rehearsing and playing for a concert tomorrow. It'll give you an opportunity to learn more about movie music in a way that you probably have not experienced before. And then the solo technique stuff is really for someone who's like, I want to get better at my instrument and I want to start building the skills that I know I want down the line. So that's more for the person who's like, I'm obsessed with position shifting and now I want to learn all the things. That's more what that's for. Or if you have a piece of music that you absolutely love and you want to spend a good chunk of time getting really, really good at it, that is another option. But regardless of what pathway you choose, we are all going to learn those 2 pieces together. That's for Miss Laborte, 2 pieces together. But we also will have opportunities to showcase some of the other work that we will be doing with these deeper dives. That sounds really nebulous, but I promise that I would never throw busy work at you that doesn't feel like it has purpose. All of the stuff that you would be looking at and learning and exploring would all be things that are really relevant to the material that we are going to be learning whole group, if that makes sense. So, more on that in week 2, plus the opportunity to kind of get like the overviews as to what it would look like. But I just wanted to sneak preview that. So, preview. I cannot talk today. Yikes. I just wanted to give you kind of the knowledge that we will be having some choice available. Because I know that like my interests are maybe not the same as your interests. And this is a unique opportunity we have to dive into some things that we wouldn't normally cover with so many concerts back to back to back to back. As far as actual performing, all of that is still to be determined, but I really am planning on having those 2 pieces that we learn be put together virtually if we cannot play them in person. And if we can play them in person in the future, that's amazing. But if not, we will at the very least have a virtual ensemble together. So yay. Keep watching the videos.